So today we are going to talk about the relationship. So what is the relationship in Dynamic 365 CRM means how the entity, that is one entity, is related with another entity, that is called the relationship. I will share my screen. You can see within that entity there are three types of relationship. That is, first one is to n relationship, n is to one relationship, and n is to n relationship. So this are the types of relationship in Dynamic 365 CRM. Okay. So what is one is to n relationship means? It is used when you creating a relationship between two entities where there are multiple records from one entity associated with a single record from another entity. That is the 1 is to n relationship. So the multiple records from one entity associated with a single record of from another entity. That is the 1 is to n relationship. So this means when you have a parent entity and many related child entities. Okay. So the classic example is, so the 1 is to n relationship between account and contact. You have one account that is associated with many number of records in the contact one. So you can have one account with many contacts are associated with. You can see it in the front end. So you have one single record, that is account names A data term corporations. With you can add many number of contact here. That is the 1 is to n relationship. Okay. By default, each contact record has a lookup field back to an account record. You can see that in account entity, you can see the account lookup field. So you can see that account name. That is the lookup field. Okay. So so each contact can be set to one account record. Okay. Then when looking at an account record, by default there is a subgrid. So in account the contact is a subgrid one. In contact the account is a lookup field. That is the 1 is to n relationship. Okay, got it? So how can you create that 1 is to n relationship means? So you have to click that 1 is to n relationship. So already I have created that 1 is to n relationship here. We'll wait for loading the page, and the meantime I will explain the relationship of n is to 1 n. So what is n is to n means? It is used to link many records from one entity to many records of another. Okay, so each side of the relationship will display the various records that are associated with other as a result through a subgrid. For example, in account entity, I will show you how it is. So in the related fields, you can see that in the related tab, you can see the many related entities. So all are n is to n relationship with the contact one. Okay. In account also, you can see there is a many related entities. So you can see that related entities are end-to-end relationship with the account. Okay. So the account can be the, you can see that marketing list, for example, you can see that marketing list. So it can be a subgrid. Okay. So this is the many accounts, many account records have associated with many marketing list records. So in the marketing list also, you can see the account is a related one with the marketing list. You can go to marketing list. So I have created one sample marketing list. You can see in the um, related section, you can see that account. So that is the n is to n relationship. So behind the scenes, it creates in N is to N relationship alone. It creates a separate relationship entity that links the two record together. Okay, the relationship entity that cannot be edited, so no additional fields or information can be tracked for the relationship. Okay. Now I will show how to create the honest to end relationship. So here when you click new, you can see this screen. So the primary entity is account one, and then I have to create honest to end relationship with the student record. Means you have to select the student. Okay, student entity. First. Okay, so here you can the name it will display automatically, and here you can give the display name as account. So then you can it will create that name field, or you can give any name field. So here in the below there is different types of relationship behavior is there. So one is the parental, referential restrict delete, and configurable casting. So what is parental means that action on parent record applies to child record also. That is the parental one. Referential restrict means it cannot delete the parent record if child exists. Okay. That referential means that action on parent record will not affect the child. So what is configurable casting means we can do some custom actions. What are the custom action means? If you select the cascade all means perform all action on all my child records. What is cascade active means perform action on only my active child records. What is cascade user owned means that action on all my child records which is owned by me. Okay, which is what is cascade none means do nothing to my child record. So these are the actions on the configurable casting. So I will send you the link. So uh, you guys go through the link and understand the concept. If you have any doubts, please ping me. Okay, so these are the relationship behavior is there. So I am going to create that one is to end relationship. Just save and close. So it will create the n is to 1 relationship in the student one. So, so it will create the field also in the student entity. You can see. So you can see that. So it will create a field in the account field in account, which is a lookup field in student entity. So you can just drag and drop the field in student entity. In the front end, it will show like this. So you can see when you're creating one is to n relationship with account means you can add that account lookup field in. Yeah, it automatically created the field in student entity. You just drag and drop the field in the form. Then you can see the all the records here. In account section, if you go to see the account, that student should be in the end relationship. So you can see the student one in the related entity. Okay. So that just for understanding purpose, you can memorize as that n is replaced by subgrid. Okay, that one is replaced by lookup. Just for your understanding, it's not correct obviously, but for your understanding, you can imagine like that. Okay, that is the one is to n relationship. So Sindhu will show how the n is to n relationship behavior to be created. Okay, I will stop sharing. Yes, Sindhu. Sorry. For n is to n relationship, you can just imagine a doctor will have many patients and patients will have many doctors. Likewise, a student will have many teachers and teachers will have many students. Just coordinate with that one. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in mute. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you can able to see like in a student I have created for student and teachers for end-to-end relationship. In the student, you can see here like N is to N relationship. Into that, we need to go into N is to N relationship. Into in N is to N relationship, you can see like a new many to many relationship. Here only you need to create a new one. Here there is an entity name for current entity. Other entities for which entity you are going to associate with. Also, I'm going to associate with teachers. So I'm going to teacher. So I'm going to select it. Our default, it will be enabled here. If you give choose an a student or teacher any student entity, it will be default be it will be enabled here. So if you are going to use do not display, it will this will reflected in as an entity. If you given a custom table, here it will be in this custom label will be in visible. If you are giving a plural name, the students, it will be in reflect like students. It will be reflect like teachers. Like that, it will be reflected as an entity. So this is the way you have to create an NS2N relationship. Uh, and before you need to choose that the display order is 10,000 or some you can create manually like 12,000 like that. It's not an issue. You have to give like display area, like which area you are going to choose, like sales, or which modules you are going to choose, sales module. If you give a sales module, it will be reflected only in a sales. It will give if you give any details module, it will reflected only in details. So I'm giving here for sales. This is also for sales. I'm going to say on close. I'm going to publish all customization. For doing publishing the customization, it will say take some time. I'm going to the content fields. The sales module. And here you can see the student. In the related tab, you can see the teacher and student. This is what we have created in NSTN. Here you can see the test one, which is related to teacher. So I'm going to create one more, like just detail. I'm going to save. I'm going to related tab, teacher and student. I'm going to create new here. We need to select. So we need to go into teachers. Going to give like the 09. I'm going to save this. And here I'm going to, and here you can see teachers and student teacher relationship here. And you can choose here and can add it. Yeah, you can see here, this is came from a student. TEA09 just now have created, right? So I'm just going to add here. This is how relationships work here in history and relationship.
I will tell you how to add the entity in the related field, okay, in the form designer. So if I want to add the some contact entity in the student entity means just click on the navigation. So if you created the relationship here means just drag and drop the entities to this section, okay. So I will show in the account entity. You can see in the field explorer, you can see now many fields, okay. Once you click on the navigation means you can see the field, not a field explorer, this is the relationship explorer. So if you want the some entities to be added to in the related tab means just you have to drag and drop the entities here, okay. Just click save and publish. In account entity, I have added the address entity in the related field. Okay, we'll see in the front end. So now the addresses entity get embedded with the account entity. Okay, this is the way you have to add the entities in the related tab. Okay, so now I am going to see about that one advanced find feature. So advanced find is the giant filter. Okay, how you are going to advanced find means, so once click on the settings, okay, advanced settings, and you can see the screen. So in that you have to click on that advanced filter. So you can see this window. This is the advanced find. So if I want the account entity for all active records means I have to select the entities here. That is look for as an account entity, and I have to filter the field. So what filter I have to filter? Only the status which is equal to active. Okay. So I have to click on the status field equals. So what is the option I have to filter here? Active only. So active one. So I have to click OK. You can see the results in the screen itself using the result button. Okay. Once you click on the result, these are the active records you can see in the account entity. So if you click on the down fetch XML options means it will download the one XML file. Okay. So if you open that file in Notepad or something means you can see the XML here. This is the fetch XML, which is mainly used to retrieve the records when you are coding it for some form customization or going to do some plugins means it will be very helpful. Okay, so just explore it. What is advanced is find and what is the purpose like that. Just do the documentation also. So Sindhu, if you want to include any points, means you can say.
Please find disadvantages of Fetch XML also, guys. That is also very important.
So that fetch XML code is used for retrieving records from an entity. Okay, so just explore it. This is a very simple concept. So if you have any doubts, means please ping us. So from tomorrow onwards, we will move to the JavaScript form customization. Mainly that form customization will be done by JavaScript. So go through the W3C school's website and just explore what are the basics of JavaScript and what are the event handlers in JavaScript. Just explore those things. So it will be very helpful when you are doing customization using JavaScript. Okay, with this I have stopped here.